here. Well, you know what? I have been taking some French lately, so let me try something new. You know, let me try the French vloggers that I usually watch there. Okay. Bonjour, c'est toi fille Karishma. Aujourd'hui, yeah, anyways, today we are going to be doing something completely different. Again, because I've been wanting to try different things on my channel, not just fashion, not just beauty, not just, you know, video games. I want to do a little bit of everything on this channel. Where my other channel, I literally just do scripts. This one, I just want to have fun. I just want to do me. I want to do everything I can and laugh and live the dream. Okay, today I am doing my first mukbang. Mukbang. Mukaboom. Mukbang. 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 I have no idea how to say it. Anybody who does the mukbang always pronounces it different and says they don't know how to pronounce it, leaving me stranded to make me butcher the word. So now I don't know how to pronounce it either. Okay, anyway, so today I thought the perfect place to eat is gonna have to be Taco Bell, because your girl has been craving Taco Bell for so long, and it's literally been 6 months since I've had Taco Bell. And I was gonna do Chipotle, but then I was like, I don't wanna be basic, because it is a basic thing, but I also have been craving some Chipotle too. But you get more stuff at Taco Bell, and this is a mukbang, and I want to like order a bunch of stuff. Now usually when I go to Taco Bell, I get like a couple of things and a drink, and then that's it. But because we're doing a mukbang, I'm gonna order a lot of stuff. Spitting everywhere. And we're just gonna feast. And then you, on the other side of the camera, you should bring your food and maybe go out to Taco Bell or Chipotle or Chick-fil-A or wherever you want. Get your food, order a bunch of stuff, sit down, come back here in front of your computer. This is your computer that you're watching on. So yeah, sit down and then feast with me. And then I'm gonna be talking about some stuff, because that's what you do on a mukbang. I really hope I know I'm butchering that word. Anyways, oh, I also want to do an OTD outfit of the day. OOTD, sorry, OOTD. All right, because today I just feel like I'm popping, and lately I've been popping because I have to record videos, and when I record videos, I like to dress up and be presentable. Also just because I just like to dress up, you know? So I thought, you know, I look so good today. I just want to do an OOTD outfit of the day. Yeah, OOTD. First off, I got this top right here that you can see. It's like it's a crop top that you have to wear with something underneath of it. And it's got like half sleeves, you know? And I got it from this Indian store called Inoki, and I first discovered it when I was like 16 while I was in India. And then the next year when I went back to India for school, one of my friends said that her mom actually owns Inoki. I was like, wow, like what a small world, because I love this store. It's like my new like make sure I gotta go there when I go back to India store. So like shout out to her mom for owning the store, because she's got some cute stuff that she sells there. She doesn't just sell clothes. She sells beddings and purses and just cute stuff, and just got cute patterns and styles. And if you're ever in India and you ever see in a store called Inoki, she's got quite a few of them that I saw like in New Delhi, because that's where I went. I went to the one in New Delhi. So if you're ever there in New Delhi, go to Inoki and West Side. Those are my two favorite stores in India. Next thing I have is this jacket. I made it into a jacket. I didn't make it, but I mean I made it to wear as a jacket. I don't know if it's supposed to be a dress, but I can't, like I can close it everywhere else, but when it gets to the hips and the booty part, I can't really close it. Kind of. I mean, it just looks stretched and it just does not look good.
I love, like, just to mix and match everything, you know?
And then of course, if you have watched my Wish haul, you would recognize these shorts that I got from Wish for about like $10, $13. So they're pretty cute. I've always wanted shorts like these. I kind of want to get another one, like either black, not white. I just don't do white. So definitely got to get another one like black or like the stripe kind.
And it looks so cute.
Then, last but not least, I got my like high heel on. I don't know how many inches they are, but they are the highest pair of heels that I've ever worn. They're Jessica Simpson's. I got these, and I just think they're just the cutest thing because normally like the in high heels are either black, white, or beige. And I'm just like, these are just so unique. Look at the heels. Oh my god. Ugh, I'm gonna fall in front of everybody today.
This is Karishma reporting live from the future, and yes, I did indeed fall in front of all of my neighbors, so yeah.
And then this is my purse for today because I had to get the big one because I have to carry my camera and everything in there, and it's just got a little chain in my K because my name starts with the K. Alright, so meet my car. Callie, she's been in the family since 2003, since I was 5 years old, and 15 years later, she is all mine. She's called Callie because she's been, we bought her in California when we used to live there, so, you know, hence Callie. The thing about Callie is she's a good car, fantastic car. It's just that if you do not drive her consistent days in a row, then she might possibly not start. And I haven't driven her in like a month because I haven't left the house in like a month. I did a couple of times to go grocery shopping with my dad, but that was in his car. So Callie hasn't been driven in a month. We're gonna hope that she starts. Alright. Oh, forgot I have high heels on. Really gives you length. I don't know if I can drive with heels. Which one's the brake? We're okay on gas, so let's just get to Taco Bell, order our stuff. Then I gotta go to Walmart to do some shopping, and then we'll come back and we'll have our feast. So I completely forgot my glasses, and I had to run all the way back up to the house to get my glasses. And I was running in these 5-inch heels, and of course I knew it was gonna happen, and I did it anyways, but I tripped in front of everybody, in front of the whole neighbors. Oh my god. So guys, we made it. That was really scary for me because I didn't use the GPS at all. I told myself, like, you got this. You know where your sense of direction, you know where the Taco Bell is. You can do it. Because I'm new in this town. I never been to this Taco Bell. I just remember I saw it somewhere and I was like, I'm just gonna use my instincts. And that's really nerve-wracking for me because I hate driving by myself to places in a new city by myself. I get really anxious. You know, usually when I drive, I play music, and I couldn't even play music because I was like, that distracts me. I can't do this. Like, I'm like really anxious that I'm not gonna find this place, or I'm gonna get pulled over, or I'm gonna get in an accident. Like, that's how much anxiety I have to drive in a new place. I've done it many times before. It's just every time I push myself, I do it and I succeed, but at the same time I have like a lot of anxiety just driving in a new place by myself. Like, I wish I always had a buddy with me, but it's good because like I push myself and I do it and I succeed. Now we're gonna go in the drive-thru. I have my list of things that I'm gonna order. You're gonna watch me go through the drive-thru, order the stuff, and then yeah, and then I have to go to Walmart, and then yeah, and then we'll go back to the house and we'll feast. Also, I took off my shoes because I did not feel safe driving with these. I felt like I was gonna like hit the accelerator too much or the brake by mistake at one point, so I'm driving barefoot right now. But yeah, let's go through the drive-thru.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. My name is Nicole. Would you like to try combos today?
No, that's okay, thank you.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Can I get 2 Crunchwrap Supremes?
Okay.
And 2 soft chocolate Supremes. And 2 Crunch chocolate Supremes.
Okay.
And 2 cheesy bean and rice burrito.
2 cheesy bean and rice burrito?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 2 nacho fries. And then 2 of the 2-pack Cinnabon Delight.
2 of the 2-pack?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 2 Mountain Dew Vodka Blast Freeze.
Anything else?
And then last thing, 2 medium Cokes. Pepsi Cola.
Alright, anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Everything on your screen looks correct?
It looks perfect, thank you.
Any sauces today?
Yeah, just mix it out.
Okay, it's gonna be $28.57.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you need a drink carrier?
Yeah, that would be great.
Hold on one second.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just getting the other one.
Okay.
two-handed. Sorry.
You're fine.
I think it just needs to floss a second.
Yeah, cool.
And the rest is going to be right out, okay?
Okay, cool, thank you.
It's frozen. We have to wait for it to frost. It might be a while. So do you want me to put something like the strawberry, like put that? Is that
Sure.
okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, awesome. I'm sorry, can I do the green apple one?
Yeah, whatever you guys have. That's
Thank
good.
you.
You're fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it looks
I'm so
good.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I didn't know they were going to freeze it.
It's okay. Actually looks even cooler.
There we go.
Alright, thank you guys.
You're welcome. Have a
Thanks
great
for doing the
day.
big order.
No problem.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Alright, so I really want to try this Baja Fresh. Okay, so they mixed up. Okay, not they didn't mix up. They just didn't have enough. The Baja drink didn't freeze right, so they had to fill it up with something else in order to get it filled. And they filled it up with like cherry, and then they didn't have enough of that, or it didn't freeze right correctly, so they filled it up with the sour apple. And they kept saying sorry, but I was like, that's gonna be cool. Like, this is gonna be really cool to test. So I can't wait to go to the house to taste test this. So let's do this now. Oh my god, that's so good. No, I like. Oh my god, that's actually really good. Oh god, I like this. Oh, and let me see my receipt, because they have happy hour. This is why I came at the specific time. But they have happy hour at Taco Bell, so they charge you just like $1 for these drinks. Guys, that's cheaper than a slushie, and that right there is really good. You know, for that size of a slushie at like 7-Eleven, and that's like really good. You need to try it. I'm not sponsored by Taco Bell. I'm gonna be honest about my reviews. You know that I've hated on some stuff, so yeah, you guys need to try this. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this bag. Let me tell you guys right now, I am living my childhood dream, okay? Used to, we could only get everything that was from the dollar menu and only a few items, of course, keeping on a budget. But now, since I only got myself, working for myself, I can spend as much money as I like on myself. So, reviewing this Baja Fresh, first of all. I ordered 2 of them, and I tried the regular Mountain Dew Baja Freeze. And it's not as good. It's good, but it's not as good as this. It's like if I tried that first, I probably would have been like, oh, this is so good. But because I tried this first, the Mountain Dew one doesn't taste as good. This is a mix of the Mountain Dew, strawberry, and sour apple, and it is bomb. Like Taco Bell, you need to make a mixture of one. If they didn't make a mistake and ended up mixing all of it, I wouldn't have had this amazing concoction. Like, concoction. Is that the, I cannot wait to devour all of this because it just tastes, smells so wonderful. We gonna eat everything. First thing I'm gonna do is a Supreme. And you're not just gonna sit here and watch me eat. Well, you are gonna sit here, but that's not the only thing I'm gonna do. Give me a second, would you? Oh, this is so good. What I really want to try is the french fries with cheese, because I was watching Trish yesterday eating Taco Bell, specifically with these fries, and she wasn't a fan of it, but it's been 50-50 people that I've watched. They've either been a fan of it and been like, oh my god, or like been like, no, you know? So I want to get my take on it. To me, it smells good, and I think that's because I'm smelling the tortilla and the cheese, which reminds me of quesadilla. So I don't know. Apparently this is the nacho fries. I'm gonna dip it. I need more cheese in this. Taco Bell, I need more cheese, okay? It's actually not bad. It's not wow, but it's not bad either, you know? The fries, okay, by itself, The fries are good. To me personally, the fries just taste like flavored fries, which they are. Like they just taste like, you know how like when you go to like amusement parks and they always like sell those flavored fries, garlic, onion, whatever fries. It tastes just like that. It's good. I like it. I'd order it again. I think the cheese with it though. Cheese with it is good because personally, I do like my french fries with ketchup, but I think I would prefer my french fries with cheese now. So, I do like it. I love it. I just wish they gave more cheese because I know I'm going to devour this and then still have french fries left over. Oh my god. Okay. That is good. So what I wanted to talk about, I need hot sauce. We have the Diablo. We're going to do the Diablo because I love my hot sauce. Yeah. I mean, it's perfect hot. I love how they stepped up the heat. Ooh. Went down the wrong throat. That Diablo kind of hits you afterwards though. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today, and that Diablo really does hit you afterwards. Oh my god. But yeah, today I just kind of like, I wanted to really talk about anxiety because today I faced an anxiety fear of mine, and I'm very proud of myself because now I feel more confident. I feel like I'm really like tackling something that is a fear of mine, you know? This is not a regular talking video, so you're gonna have to pretend like we're eating together, and you're gonna have to watch me talk and eat in between. So, okay, it's something that I've been dealing with a lot lately. I mean, I've always had it all my life, and I know we all have anxiety in our own ways, but it's something that's kind of like, I think it's because a lot of people tell me I'm quiet, and I am quiet until you get to know me, but I do think it is a part of the reason, like, my anxiety, because I, like, overthink a lot. You know, what do people think of me when I do this? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm always thinking of what people think of me when I do something or say something and blah, 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 and I'm just, how do I fit in? And, you know, like, I've always done that. I didn't actually used to do that until I moved from my childhood home state and then moved to a whole different state, which I thought is it's completely different state and style and cultural than it was. Even though it's in the US, the cultural surprisingly was just different. Where I'd come from before, it was very slow paced and relaxed, and then I moved to a very fast paced. Kids were different a little bit, you know. The kids were just different. I don't know how to explain it. I felt really homesick. I felt like I couldn't fit in, even though I was making a lot of friends. But I felt like I was making friends, but I wasn't making like the friends that I could make back in my old home state. I don't know why. I tried and I tried. This other school that I went to in a different state on that same side of that US, I made friends. Still wasn't like easy. It's kind of like, now I'm able to be more friends with them after I graduated. It's weird. Like I don't know why. I always felt like I was on the outside, and I always had to, you know, just overthink and everything when making new friends. And eventually I just kind of like gave up. Like I just didn't want to make any new friends at all, period. Until finally I did, like a year later in this other school, from that other school. I moved again. And then I finally started to make friends. So, you know, and then I moved again. and then I had to start over. And I just kind of like gave up on keeping contact with people and just making new friends wherever I went. I kind of just isolated myself, you know. And then I went back to school. 3 years later, 3 years later for my senior year, and things were looking really good, and I was making friends. I made lifetime friends who I still chat to this day. And then, you know, that was over. It was really good. Really helped me come out of my comfort zone and, you know, step over my social anxiety after I graduated. And the summer of, I went to a college, just kind of like participated in their classes and everything, and just took some college classes. And that's when I discovered that I had social anxiety. But I never had it. It kind of like, and that's when I noticed I had social anxiety. But I don't have it all the time. I kind of have it up and down. Like I go through phases. Like I have social anxiety for this amount of time. I learn to get over it. I get over it. Something happens. I move. I do something, and I have it again. And particularly, I notice I have it whenever I move. Whenever I move places and I'm out of my comfort zone, I get social anxiety, and I have to try to force myself to get out into new places and discover it, wherever it is I am. When I was taking these college classes, I was fine when I was making friends and everything when I was in class, during class times. Sometimes, like when we after class, we'd walk together and we'd talk and blah blah, and that was fine. But once I left campus, because I lived off campus, once I left campus, if I ever like ran into somebody that I knew from campus, I wouldn't want to run into them. I'd try to like avoid them, but it never happened. I could never not avoid them. I always made some kind of eye contact, you know? I don't know why, but I was always nervous to like run into somebody off campus. But then on campus, when I was going to classes and, you know, when I was busy on campus, I was fine. Really weird. I don't know why. And then another weird thing that I noticed was performing. So I was taking a lot of performing arts classes. And whenever we had to perform something, like a monologue or a mini little play, I got really nervous. Like really nervous. Like I give my own self an F for the way I performed that semester and all of my performances that semester, because I was horrible and I sucked. And I don't know why, because that's not me. I like love to perform. I get nervous, yes, off stage. Once I'm on stage, I forget about it and I become my character. But I don't know why that semester I was like just not myself, you know? I had so much anxiety. I don't know what it was. I don't know why. Or like the weird thing was, I was doing, I also did a dance class, and when we had to perform for the dance class, I wasn't nervous to perform the dance. And I think it's because like when I danced, the dance that we were doing, it was really emotional, and so I kind of put my emotions into the dance, and it was very like I could express myself. I think that's why. So it was really bad, to the point where I decided to go to the therapist, counselor, whatever she was. She's good, really good. And she pointed out that I have social anxiety. And she pointed out the symptoms, you know, this is what you go through, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I do when I isolate myself. I don't like confronting people who I know when I'm outside of, you know, work or classes. I'm fine when I'm in class with them, walking on campus. But anything out of that, I don't want to run into anybody. So she helped me. This is really good. She helped me confront that. So she was like, you need to just force yourself to go out there. Force yourself to take a walk. Force yourself to like go up to that person instead of letting them come up to you, or just let them come up with you. Don't get nervous, you know, stop overthinking. And eventually it did work. And then I started work. and I started working this job, and that really helped me, you know, because I had to interact with customers, I had to interact with my coworkers all the time, for 8 hours of the day, sometimes 9, 10, I don't know, not 10, I don't know. One day I think I had to do 10 hours, it was like the first day of my jobs when I was like training. But yeah, that really helped me with my social anxiety, because customers would come in, and if I was at the cashier, they would just come in, they just start telling me like random stories. They tell me about their day, and I love that. We could have a conversation, and that really helped me overcome my social anxiety. Second was the phone. I do not like talking on the phone. I'm better at it now. I'm much better at it now. I still get a little bit nervous. Like if I ever have to call into customer service, I have to like be prepared, know what I'm going to answer, know what I'm going to say. Before I call in with a friend, I'm totally cool. I'm totally chill. But if I had to call like a stranger, customer service, that I got to prepare for. But yeah, so the phone thing. But back then, I didn't even like talking on the phone with my own friends. Like I got too nervous. Freaked out too much. I don't know why. But at work, we had to answer the phone. And I would always, whenever the phone rang at work, I'd always pretend that I couldn't hear it. Like if I was at the grill cooking, I'd pretend like the grill was too loud and I just couldn't hear it, and I'd just ignore it even though I could completely hear it. Like my boss would say, "Do you hear that phone ringing?" And I'd be like, "No, I don't hear any phone ringing. Do you hear it?" "No. I don't know." Just completely would try to avoid it. Eventually one day I just could not avoid it because it was right next to me. So I had no choice, and I was just like, "This is the store, how may I help you?" And they were like, "Yeah, is the manager there?" Like that's all they wanted, and it was a perfect first call because I was like, "Here, manager, this is for you." But I got used to it after that, and because I had to pick up the phone and talk to random people and strangers and help them out with the store, it helped a lot. Like, oh, you know, I had to like say, "Oh yeah, hold on just a second." Whatever, it wasn't planned, it had to be completely out of the blue, and it really helped me to overcome my talking on the phone fear. And I know I'm not the only one who suffers from fear of talking on the phone with strangers, you know, or like before, just talking on the phone, period. Third thing, last thing, so phone calls now, I've overcome that, I'm fine. Yeah, still a little bit, you know, still gotta kind of prepare myself when I call customer service, but you know, I'm totally fine, definitely not as nervous as I used to be. I'm gonna try the burrito now. When it comes to running into people I know now, again, I'm perfectly fine. In fact, now I want to run into people I know. I don't know anybody here in this town, but like in my own town where I used to know everybody, like after I came, you know, after I surpassed that, after going to work so many times, I loved running into people I know. This is good. That's really good. It's hot. Last thing, won't ever be the last thing though. I'll always have to overcome something and learn to overcome it. But currently right now what I'm trying to overcome is driving in a city that I don't know and exploring a place by myself that I've never been in. So currently I'm in a new city and I haven't left the house for a whole month. 2 reasons. One reason. Yeah, one reason. One, because I've been working on a class and I was at like the end of it, like the end of the leg part of it, and I had like a ton of projects in there and I just really wanted to focus on it and get like a good grade, and then when my exam came up, I just really focusing on a good grade. And then at the same time I had YouTube and then writing scripts and then recording it and getting it out on time really took up my time. But you know, like, I know I could have taken like one day out of the week to go and explore the town, but I was just like, no, I don't want to. I'll use this as a rest day. And I would sleep until like 1 o'clock, yet I'd go to bed at like 11 o'clock. Like, that is just too much sleep right there. And but I didn't want to, like, I just didn't want to do anything, you know. I was like, I don't know anybody. I don't want to explore the town by myself. Like, I'd rather just sleep, you know. Only time I left during the month was like twice to go grocery shopping, and that was with my dad. We just literally would go grocery shopping, go out to eat, come back to the house. That's it. So that's why I finally, like, was determined, like, you need to get over this just this fear of exploring a new city, and you just need to go for it, and you need to do it. Make a plan if you have to. Do this and just go for it. So I finally finished my classes, I finished my exams, got a good grade, and I caught up with scripts, and it was like, okay, you planned enough scripts for like a whole 2 months, like, you're good. I was like, this is the day, you're gonna do it, you're gonna go out, you're not gonna bring your GPS, you're just gonna drive there to Taco Bell and to Walmart with just your brain, knowing where it is, and you're gonna do it. And I did it, and I went for it, and it was fun because I got it, not just a Mountain Dew, but a Mountain Dew sour apple and strawberry drink, which is thebomb.com. Let's try something else. That's really good though. Burning for you. I think that's why, like, YouTube has also really helped me a lot, because I have to talk to the camera all the time, which means I have to talk, period. So it kind of just helps me, like, you know, talk, basically. And then I have to learn to be comfortable. And because of, like, another thing my sister taught me, because she suffers from the same thing. She has severe anxiety, which I really want to do a collaboration with my sister someday and talk about anxiety more properly. But she told me what she did to overcome her fear of social anxiety. She said that when she goes to the drive-thru, she always, you know, when the person says, hi, how are you doing? She makes sure to go, hi, how are you doing back? Like, good, hi, how are you doing, you know? And so now I always do that in the drive-thru, and I think I caught it on camera of me going, hi, how are you back? And it really does. It makes you more comfortable, makes you approachable to the other person, and friendly. It's just customer service, period. Even customer service back to the customer service, you know? That's really helped me. So, like, just striking up a conversation with the person. I make it a point to make a conversation with the person. I also know how it feels now after working in customer service. I love it when customers have a conversation with me. So now when I go out, I always make sure, like, not only ask them how they're doing, I ask them how their day is, like, literally, how is your day? Has it been busy? Has it been slow? Can you wait to get out? If you love it, blah, 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 whatever, you know, something. And then, like, I did that today when I checked out on Walmart. I went to the lady, I said, you know, hi, how are you doing? She was good. And it could have just ended right there, you know. She probably was not going to say anything else, I could tell. So I was like, okay, let me ask her something else. I was like, so has it been a busy day? That is usually what I ask next. Like, has it been a busy day? Like, are you tired? And she said, no, it's been fine. I'm halfway there. And I had bought some, just a few, no, okay, there's not a few, but quite a few, but not enough to where I was like, I didn't think it would be up to $50. And I was like, I literally was like, wait, what? All of that is $50? Like, drugstore makeup is $50? And she was like, yeah, man, makeup is expensive. And I was like, I know, but like, they should really, like, for being drugstore makeup, I should not cost that much. And so we just got to talking about makeup and the makeup industry, Kylie Jenner, Jeffree Star, and all of that, and how they're making good money, and how we should get into that and make ourselves good money. But yeah, it was a good conversation. And then the customer behind us, she didn't get in the conversation because I left. I was like, I gotta go because I got my Baja Fresh in the car and I just want to drink it right now. Customer behind us started laughing though, so that was fun, you know? Just social interacting. I need that practice. If I could just like keep telling myself to practice that social interaction, you know, slowly I will overcome that part of my social anxiety, you know. I've already overcome a lot of stuff, you know, like the talking on the phone. I'm gonna say it again. Talking on the phone, running into people I know in public, running into people period, and saying hi to them. I still get a little nervous when I run into strangers, you know, and striking up a conversation when you're walking in your neighborhood, but running into people I know, I'm perfectly fine now. Now, I am overcoming discovering a new city that I don't know. I actually have a story about a trauma story when I tried to discover a city that I didn't know. So, this happened when I was in Indianapolis, and we have some friends and family over there. And we were going to a conference, this big like Joyce Meyer conference, you might know her. And we were volunteering for Joyce Meyer's conference at the same time. We had to be there like 2 or 3 hours before the conference. During the training, when we all went to the training for the Joyce Meyer conference. In the middle of the training though, I had a French class meeting that I had to have a conversation with my French teacher, and it was we had scheduled it for that time in the middle of that Joyce Meyer training conference. So I had to run to the car, completely forgot my books, my French books. So I had no choice but to drive all the way back to the house, because we were staying with family and friends, and do my DBA and then drive all the way back to the conference. And it was pretty far. It wasn't that far, but for being a city and in Indianapolis, it is pretty far because there are a lot of turns, there are a lot of ways you can't go, there were a lot of other ways. So it's just like driving in LA. It can literally take you 15 minutes to get to downtown LA, but with all traffic and turns and whatever, it can take you more than an hour sometimes, right? So that was the case, right? Because I literally just got my license, I think 2 weeks before. I was a really completely new driver, and I was used to driving in small towns. Wasn't used to driving in big towns yet. So this was my first big town to drive in, on top of that by myself, and I was nervous as heck. I get out there, my GPS, first thing it wants me to do is take a U-turn, and I had never taken a U-turn before. So I was like, no, we are not taking a U-turn. I'm gonna take this left turn, and you're gonna show me a way to go without taking a U-turn. And every time she was like, no, take a U-turn here, take a U-turn there. And I was like, why can't we just take like a left turn or a right turn and figure out without taking U-turns? So finally, I don't know how many left turns I took, and I somehow ended up on the other side of the Indianapolis. Where I was on one side, and I ended up completely on the other side, almost to downtown. Where the Joyce Meyer conference was, it wasn't that close to downtown. It was pretty far. So the fact that I ended up in downtown somehow, it was pretty far. That's how many left turns I took, apparently. Finally, I take this left turn, and I'm in like this suburb area, and she goes, take a left turn. Finally, she agrees to take a left turn after all those U-turns she told me to take. And out of all the left turns, she wants me to take this left turn that is literally, I have to head into traffic. And I was like, is this even legal? You know, because it was traffic coming this way and 3 lanes of it, traffic going this way. On the other side of traffic going this way, there were also 3 lanes. So in order for me to take this left turn, I had to head into those 3 lanes of traffic and then go onto the other side where I was supposed to be. And this part of the area, I mean all over Indiana, is really busy, especially this part. It was downtown, so yeah, it's really busy. And so I had to figure out how to miss the traffic on this side, but at the same time, have enough room on the other side to get in without any traffic, which is really difficult because this traffic will be going and the other side will then be empty. And then when this side of traffic is empty, that other side of traffic is going and I just have no room to get on that side. So I was like, this is impossible. Again, GPS, I'm gonna need you to figure out a way, a much safer for a new driver, for you to get me out of here and back to the house. So I back up into this alleyway and I'm just kind of sitting there, didn't know this part of town of Indiana, and I was just like, I have to head back. I was afraid that I was gonna end up in another state at this point. If I could end up all the way to downtown Indiana, who knows where else I could end up to, you know? Finally, I see this car come up behind me and they just kind of sit there for a few seconds and then they just booked it. Even though there were still cars coming on each side, they just kind of took a guess and booked it. And I was like, yeah, but they're obviously have been driving for a long time, so they could do that, right? But I just kind of I watched them and watched how they did it and how they just kind of chose a spot and booked it. So I was like, I went up to behind them after they booked it, and then I kind of just sat there and I was like, I can do this. I can cross this very dangerous road, not good for a newbie driver, but I can do this. You might die, but we'll somehow make it across there. So I just did what the guy did before me that went, and I just kind of even though there was a car that was pretty fast coming, it was pretty empty though on the other side. Even though there was a car coming that was on the other side in this direction coming really fast, and on this direction there was a car coming that was coming really fast, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do what the guy did before and I'm gonna book it, because otherwise I'm gonna be here all day and I'm gonna end up in another state if I do my way continuously. So I booked it, and literally the car that was coming this way didn't almost hit me, but it was pretty close, and the car on the other side saw me, so they kind of slowed down. Still pretty close, but they slowed down. And thankfully, it was a green light, so I just kind of went with the flow with the traffic. But yeah. I then finally from there, 30 minutes later, found my way home. And then headed back into town, and at that point I knew where I needed to go. Didn't argue with the GPS, took the U-turns, and I did it, and I overcame it. Hella nervous. Probably if I ever go into a big town, we'll still have to try to overcome that fear of driving in a big city. I can drive in a small town. Driving in a small town is fine for me. I can do, but it's just driving in a big city just makes me really nervous. I can do it, but it makes me really nervous. And so I'm really tempted to go to a really big city near me and just try to do it and see what I can do. Because I hate, I'm honestly not bothered by drivers, and I'm not bothered by honkers, but I do hate it when, when somebody's going slow in front of you, you don't really know if it's because, in a big city, if somebody's going slow in front of you, you don't know if it's because they know where they're going or if they don't know where they're going. And yeah, sometimes it can be really irritating that the person's going slow in front of you. I've gotten irritated sometimes, but I would never get angry at them or aggressive at them or honk my horn at them or flip a finger at them and be like, I've had that when I was a really new driver, and where I lived, where I was at first learning to drive, was a city part, a really big city. So I was going slow, it was 35 and I was going probably 30, 25. And it was because I was trying to switch lanes and go into the turning lane. And I was doing it really slow because I was completely new at driving. And this guy who was behind me honked his horn, flipped me off, and said, "Fuck you." And I was like, why? First of all, I'm a new driver. Second of all, there's no need for the anger. Have some sense. Yes, it can be irritating for somebody being really slow. I've gotten irritated. Okay, I get it, okay? I get irritated by slow drivers too. I get irritated by bad drivers too, and by new drivers. Like, I can tell when you're a new driver, and I can sometimes get irritated by that, or just like a reckless driver, I can get irritated. All right, I get irritated by drivers too. But I do not, and I do like talk to myself in the car like, oh my gosh, go faster. Or, you know, like I do that. But I don't physically go beside their car, flip them off, tell them fuck you, you know, like that. That is not necessary. Keep it in your head, keep it in your car, keep it in your own self, keep it in your area, okay? So story's done. Continue with the mukbang though. The last thing that I haven't tried yet is the soft taco, which I love. I love stuffed tacos. So we gonna pour it up with some hot sauce. Like, you know what we're gonna do? All of them hot sauces. Not all of them, but all the different kinds. Ooh, the height is real. Okay, so we got hot sauce. This is the yellow chicken hot sauce. Then we'll do, go to the fire. Remember, no sauce. And then, we're gonna oh, this has much light. I'll have some in this video. Oh, so you want 8. There you go. Let's do this. Let's burn our tongue off. That's not hot. Why is that not hot? When I ate the Diablo by itself with just the burrito, I had to take a sip as fast as I could. Why is that not hot? What? Okay, wait. We have a lot of sauces. So let's do this again. Okay, let's do this on the burrito. Alright, so my phone died, so I'm gonna have to record on my phone. How's the quality? I think the quality's really banging. Alright, so I'm gonna quickly just put on all the sauces. This is what it looks like. Nasty. I love Taco Bell sauce though. This is fine for me. So let's see. Ah, that's a good view, isn't it? That's a good hot. That's hot though. That's for sure hot. That's a good hot though. Oh. That's good though. Okay, last thing. Dessert. The Cinnabon Delight. That is delicious right there. And this is only $1. You get 2 of them, but it's only, wow. Oh my god, that's good. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this. The sauce is still getting to me. And I will see you guys next time.